Mr. Langa, how are you?
I'm alright, and you?
I'm good. So tell me, man, how was your childhood? How did you grow up, and where did you come from?
I'm a young boy coming from PE in the Eastern Cape. Small colored location called Arcadia.
Okay.
From Arcadia, I stayed there for still 1 year, 9 months old. Then I moved to Extension 28. That is a more upper class, something. There I went to school, finished matric. Then I'm off to Joburg.
Okay. So, in your childhood, how was your family like? How were they? Like, how many were you, and how was the family? Was it nice or what?
My immediate family?
Yeah.
I don't know them really.
Okay.
I was raised by Sistandi, the African lady, staying 2-3 houses, or worse thing, 2-3 houses from where my birth mother was staying.
So why is it you were not staying with your immediate family? Were they always busy, or what was it?
They are still living in a world of their own. But this lady was a friend of my mother, and she never knew that she would pull a trick like this on me.
Okay.
Because she said she's going to go shopping, and then she ended up shopping for 17 years.
Taking care of you.
Exactly.
Okay. So how would you describe your childhood? What kind of a kid were you?
I would say very angry. I would say I didn't come short of anything, that I must say. I was more like a spoiled little boy that have more than enough, not for himself but also for others around him. And my Tani, she was, or would have been more than a mother would ever have given a child. And I never could understand why she couldn't have children of her own. But she took us as our own, you see, and give us more love that our family can ever give us.
Okay. So in school, what kind of a kid were you in primary and in high school?
I was more serious than most kids. I wouldn't have friends. I would always be alone. I would focus more on playing sports.
Why were you alone?
I prefer to be alone because my temper problem that I had can make me to become someone that I didn't even know.
Okay. Okay. And then in high school, how was it?
In high school, in standard 7, I became the captain of the first team in a white school where there were only 3 colors and 4 Africans, the rest was white. Meaning I did a lot of stuff at school, academically, sports-wise. So I won't say I had a bad childhood. I have a childhood better than most of the people that have mother and a father.
Okay.
And I'm not, one thing I have to admit, I'm not unhappy or ungrateful that Sistani was put on my path, although she was an alcoholic. I'm happy I was raised by an alcoholic than anyone else.
So where was your parents at this time when Sistani had to take care of you?
My mother, she went after my father to Lesotho.
Okay, so how far did you go in school? What stage did you?
I finished matric. I passed matric with 98.5%. I got a free bursary to study in Joburg for 5 years.
What did you study?
Mining engineering.
Okay. And then after college, what did you do?
After college, I got a job by Atherton Engineering I was working there for 5 years. Then I get mixed up in the bad crowd. Then everything went belly up.
Can you explain about that part? What happened? Were you in a gang or something like that?
I started my own gang.
How did it start?
It was like more than a joke. Then when we go to clubs, pubs, things were getting serious. We were getting drunk, starting fights. People were seeing, hey, this guy is getting more bigger now and bigger and bigger. Then we hooked up with some illegal activities. And there is where the whole thing started, by being introduced to the underworld.
So when you say the underworld, what do you really mean for those who don't really understand this other world that you're talking about?
The underworld is where everything that you want to understand, that you know and think that is illegal, is legal there. There is where drugs come from, there is where guns come from, there is where prostitution starts, there is where, like I said, where everything is illegal, is legal there.
Okay. So what would you do to get your hands on this illegal stuff? Or
there's certain things that, certain situations put you in a place that you don't worry about what you do to get those things. But mainly, I was loving stealing cars.
okay.
And that gave me a bad name in the community also. Because now they have to look out for certain people that they were usually trusting. They didn't even think that they would go so far. And by doing that, we ended up getting serious money. By getting serious money and getting stuff for more than half the price, you get a lot of stuff.
So how would you get this stuff at a lower price? Was there intimidation involved?
No, you do anything by your own choice.
Because of your name?
Because of your name. And if you start a gang or being in a gang, you have to set certain standards that everyone around you must think, hey, this is this powerful guy. But by making people scared, shooting gun in the street while everybody's walking up and down, stuff like that.
So were there any casualties during this time?
A lot. A lot.
Okay, so I remember you told me about this. So how would you prepare yourself to just go for someone else, you know, who is against your ideas or who is against your gang or whatever?
You can't protect you can't prepare yourself for something like that. When you're in a gang, you like, how can I say now? Stuff becomes like a habit. It becomes normal. Like when you're hungry, you have to eat. When you're thirsty, you have to drink. Now that is it. When someone steps on your toes, it's big problems.
He has to go.
You have to do something, because in the world where I'm from, you don't let people come just push you around and then you turn your back and walk away.
There has to be consequences.
Exactly. But you must be man enough to stand with the consequences. Because if your actions, if you do something that you can't stand for, then the people around you, they won't see that you this tough guy or you so loyal to a certain thing that you believe in. They're just gonna think, this is just a pretender, man. This thing is gonna blow away. But if you stand by every last thing that you do, people around you is going to see, hey, I must stay away from this guy. This guy don't come with a joke. Even if you have to do stuff against your will also.
You have to do it for the gang, for the name.
Exactly.
Okay.
The quicker you build the name, the more famous you become. And say for instance, the more dangerous things you do,
Okay.
the more evil deeds that you do,
So
the
what
scarier people will get for you.
what are some of the stuff that you remember doing that scared people, or you know, some of the crazy stuff?
I would say one of the things is every Sunday we were 5 friends. I'd rather not call their names, but we were 5 very close friends. We would say we are brothers more than anything. We would play Russian roulette in the middle of the street when the street is on the busiest. We would go sit in the street and take out the gun, then we play Russian roulette.
With live ammunition.
Only one bullet in.
How does that
It's
game
a
go?
spinning barrel 38. You take the spinning barrel out, you make it open, throw the bullet in, spin it, pop it in. Put it against your head and just
That's crazy. So if the bullet is
if the bullet hit you unfortunate, then you're dead.
for no reason, just like that.
Just for fun.
Was there anybody who got dead?
Yeah,
because of
I lose my close friend, I lose him because of that. On his 21st, at the after party, blew his brains out.
So it's just a game.
It's just a game. That is what we did for fun.
Wow. But that is something. That is really
You
something.
should try it.
No, I don't. I don't think I have
It's
the
very
balls.
relaxing.
I don't have the balls. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So, is it part of what gives you the braveness or the courage to know that if this bullet couldn't cut me, I can go away with anything?
I won't say
What does
so.
that game do to you?
It is more, it put you in a rush that you can't explain. You know how it feels that when you see your girlfriend for the first time, or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know this is the one. Now it makes that tickly feeling in your stomach. You don't know if you say it, or must you laugh, or must you cry, or must you run away. Now it's almost like you're in a what this thing called? You say you're 3,000 meters in the air, 300,000 meters in the air, with the life jacket on. You jump out, and here the rope don't want to work, the rope is stuck. What you gonna do? There's nothing to hold on, but then the rush that you get, it's unexplainable. All of a sudden, just when you come close and want to hit the ground, there that thing comes loose. There you go, like you're flying in the sky.
Okay, so in this journey of being a gangster, was there any confrontation with the police or something like that?
Yes, lots of times.
And did you ever get sued for it or what?
No. Let's not rather get into that, because I don't want you to open doors that I rather let it lie for a long time, because what I know now about life, if I knew it back then, I wouldn't have done anything like this. Just by one thing, to start a gang, it's already signing your soul to the devil. Because now, you're not going to destroy your life, you're going to destroy these guys that is with you lives also. And it's all going to be on you.
Okay.
Because now you're going to be the leader, and then you're going to let them fight your battle. That these people that they're going to fight with, they don't even know them. They don't even care who they are. But they are going to fight them because of me. Just because I have a little money, I have 2-3 girls, I have a nice car,
So what do you think makes these guys to listen to you? Is it because of their own background or their own childhood, or is it because they are lacking something? What could it be that makes them to listen to you as the gang leader?
I would say fear. Because by being a leader, you have to show the people that you lead that nothing scares you in life. Even if you have to go into a gang and you know you don't have a gun on you, you don't have a knife on you, you must get your way out of there. And if you can do that, believe me, you won't even have to talk after that.
So were there any gang rival between other gangs with your gang or something like that?
Yeah, a lot of times.
And what are some of the things that would cause this conflict?
Woman, turf.
Turf for what?
That is the two. Turf is like, you sell your drugs, but I see the area that you work in makes more money than me. Then I would send my guys to go shoot at your place. Because if I shoot there by your place, the cops gonna be in the area the whole time. Then they're not gonna watch me. Then the eyes gonna be off me. They're gonna be on you.
So why is it you got in most cases this drug wars goes into guns and fighting? Is there any time that you would think of doing a conversation and try to agree on something?
You see, all of them, they belong into one organization. By every second month or every third month, all of them that fight each other, they sit around one table and they have a decent conversation with each other without even mentioning one thing of shooting, of killing, of stuff like that. They would like we are friends, but when we leave that door, we are enemies again.
So these things do not get resolved in the meeting?
No.
What's the meeting for then?
Stuff like, meeting is like guns, drugs, stuff like that they have to come in.
But
Now
as for
every
thefts
different
and whatever they don't discuss.
every different gang give a piece. The leader of these different groups, they all give some money to get certain stuff like guns, drugs, stuff like that, you see.
Yeah.
Now they decide how much do you want of that, how much you want of that, then you give the money, you pay the money, all that, finish. It all ends there. After you get your stuff, it's back to square one again. And believe me, they say in every war, at the end of every war, there's a peace. That's a lie.
It's never peace.
There's never peace. They make everybody think there's a peace, but there's no peace.
Okay, so what are some of the benefits that you reaped from this period? Did you bought some houses? What was the nice things that you had?
You see, being in a gang, getting all this money, doing all this shit, you don't really think about the future. Or say for instance you want to get out one day, or you're an old man, what you gonna be like. The only thing is you think about shooting, you think about doing drugs, you think about partying every time.
Making more money.
Living on the edge is fun, but you can slip also.
Okay. But you don't think about it.
You don't think about it. You more after the high. You know how much fun it is to shoot gun. There's like it's like, how can I say, everything is light of you. You don't feel anything. Your blood is pumping so fast, you can't even stop it.
So have you ever been in love in all these years?
I won't say so. I don't know. What is love?
That's a good question. What would you define
So
love?
if you don't know what is love or the meaning of love, how can you be in love? In the way that I grew up, I had my heart for everything in the world. I stopped believing in everything.
What
in-
did you used to believe in?
I used to believe everything, man. Like faith. I used to love him. I used to believe in there is someone out there looking out for us. A lot of stuff. But when you do certain things and you become comfortable in that, the things that you do, you forget what's going on around you and you put yourself in this bubble that you Superman. That whatever you do is right. Even though you know it's wrong, for you it's right. And if anyone else come tell you it's wrong what you do, you know what to do with that person. You blow him out of your way, or you run over him, no matter if it's the cops, no matter it's your mother, no matter it's your father, your grandmother. You right and they are wrong.
So nobody must oppose this.
Sorry?
Nobody must oppose what you think.
You a Superman.
So how do you feel after doing all this crazy stuff? Do you feel good, or what do you feel?
You never feel good. You see, when you have so much pain, so much hatred in your heart, you don't feel. You don't know what's the meaning of fear. You fear nothing. You're only scaring yourself. But when you do certain stuff, then that thing sticks to your brain. It stays there, it never comes out. It becomes part of you. It plays over and over and over and over in your head. That you can't even sleep properly, you can't eat properly, you lose weight, you become getting illnesses.
So is this the reason why then you have to do drugs and have a lot of women and drink and all that?
To try to forget about all of it.
But does it work?
No, it only makes it worse.
So why continue?
If you do drugs, for instance, for a certain time, it's like I said, it's become normal. You have to do it because if you're hungry, you eat. If you thirsty, you drink water. It's the same thing as drugs. Your body is known to that high that it gives, and it's used to that. Now if you take that away without taking step by step, you could die.
Okay. So what are some of the regrets that you have in your life?
By starting again. Number one, if I didn't do that, I would have saved a lot of people, a lot of tears.
But what are the dreams that you used to have as a kid before all this came? What did you want to become?
Wow, I can't even remember that.
And were there any role models around you growing up?
Yes, the lady that raised me up, she was my role model.
I mean, in terms of men, were there any role models that are like men? None. Okay, do you have any kids?
Yeah, I have 4 kids, and one is my friend's child, but I'm raising her as my own.
Okay. So what would be your advice to your kids and kids in general?
Be true to yourself. Don't follow someone else's dream or put your beliefs in what someone else has. If you work hard enough and believe in you that you can do something and you can overcome anything, it's going to be possible. But you can't do it alone. If you put your beliefs and your trust and your faith in God, and then He will clear the way. He will let you overcome any obstacle that is put in your way.
So
And never think that you were weakling, because you wasn't born a weakling in this world. If you say your father is a king, then what makes you?
Okay, so what about kids who are being raised in an abusive family, or they are exposed to only these drugs, they don't have role models? What would you say to this kid? And the gangs is only the things where he feels like he belongs. What would you say to this?
I would say run. Don't worry about who you are, or what you're gonna wear, or where you're gonna sleep, or what you're gonna eat. Just stand up there. No matter if you're how small, run away to a place that you know no one and start over. Forget about your family or your friends or your situation that you was in, because that is only gonna keep you in the past. And then you're gonna forget your goals that you have, or the future that you're on your way. If you keep on the past, the future is going to disappear. But if you let go and believe that God can make it happen for you, then you're gonna get that blessing that you were put here on earth for.
Okay, so tell me this, how is your life now? How are you surviving?
Am I really surviving? That's a big question. But I take every day as it comes.
And where are you staying?
At the moment, I don't have a fixed address, but I'm staying on the street. But I prefer to stay here than anywhere else.
Why is that?
Because if I go anywhere else, I'm going to back to the old me that I've been hiding for so long now. That I rather keep him there where I put it him, and rather become someone else, or be the real me, so everybody can see that this guy isn't that bad. So we have to give him a chance. You see.
So what kind of feelings do you go through right now? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you angry? Are you depressed? What kind of feelings do you go through now?
I would say I'm more happy than anything else.
Okay. What makes you happy?
My new friends, my new family.
So tell me this, some people don't understand when they see someone who is homeless, or someone who doesn't have a fixed place to stay, as you say. What's your message to them?
Stop pushing the homeless away. They are only screaming out for help, but they are doing it in the wrong way. So by pushing us away, it won't help. It will only push us more down and deeper into a dark place that at the end of the day, we're not gonna come out there. We're rather gonna die. And then what else? What's gonna happen then to our kids? Doesn't the world out there think that we also deserve to be like them?
So some of the people would say it's hard to trust people who has a dark past, or something like what you were saying. What are the people that are around you, or people who knew you, or people who are related to you? What would you say to them to tell them that, you know, I want change? What do you need from them? Is it love? Is it financial support? What is it?
You don't need money from them. You don't need anything else, they must just support you, help you where they can, by just saying, brother, I love you, man. Or take them to a place where they just can enjoy themselves without arguing, without saying, yeah, you a drug addict, you must do that, you must do that, or don't want to leave your phone there because the drug addict is sitting there. Stuff like that. If they really are Christians or not Christians, but if they believe in God, then they won't judge whatever person it may be, whether it's a drug addict, whether it's a homeless. Who are they to judge? Because even if you're an eagle that flies how many miles in the sky, he must come down to get his food. So be careful for those who judge the homeless. You might be sitting next to that homeless guy, but that homeless guy will still show you that he have a heart, and he will still protect you. And then how you gonna feel at the end of the day when you see that homeless guy is then far better off than what you have.
Thank you so much. And what are your last words to our viewers?
My last words: stay true to yourself, be loyal to you, and don't let anyone, no matter how hard it is, don't let anyone change the real you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.